Hi, I'm Dr. Bertice Berry, and I want to tell you a story. Ooh, it feels like forever since I've been sitting here. Anyway, um, there is this term, hermeneutical privilege, and it talks about the privilege that you acquire by being marginalized, by being on the outside of what the societal norms, folkways, standards say that things are. So those who are gay, those who are black, those who are Latina, those who are older, anybody on the outside of that gets this hermeneutical privilege and ability to see into the light and the love of God from a different lens, from a lens that is not what people would tell you is the norm. It is a lens that allows you to see further into and with a quickness. If your religion is Christianity, if it's Buddhism, you see into those things easier, not easier, differently than others do. And I have a term that I use, race adjacent, that we race and identity adjacent, that we're all in the same room, but we're sitting adjacent to one another. We are speaking a language that we say is a common language, but we use words and phrases differently. And we don't know or understand what the other person is saying because we haven't gone deeper. We haven't gotten close enough to really, really see into that. Well, I was with a book club recently discussing my book Black World, which is about a corner of heaven where the living and the dead can go to converse. And as as friends say to me often, that place is real. Like, I know. Anyway, so I was talking about sending up the timber. Now there are some white people who are listening to this, and y'all are quickly gonna go, "Oh, I know what that is. I know what that is." You know what it is through the lens of black folks. You know, because a black person has told you what sending up the timber is. And we have songs about it. We sing about it. Sending up the timber, sending up the timber. Sending up the timber is often a response when someone says, will you pray for me? And we say, I'm sending up the timber. Now, that's actually not just black, it's also older black folk who know that. And there are going to be some young people who go, oh, I know that term. That's because you went to one of them churches where they talked about sending up the timber. But sending up the timber is not just prayer, it is also every act of love and grace and forgiveness and joy that you put in the world. Every time you do, you are sending up the timber. What does it mean to send up the timber? You are building another room in Black World. You are adding another addition to the places and the heavenly realm. You are building up the place called heaven. Now, whether you believe that, whether that makes any kind of sense to you or not, whether it is whatever, but from the fields of those who were working and enslaved and knowing that this life was not going to give them anything that they hoped for, they knew how to send up the timber. I love you.